Alright guys, this is not a tutorial, this is not working video. Not the video's not working, but going over stuff I've been working on that hasn't been working out. Normally I just write down a huge wall of text, slap it in a description, and have some stitched together gameplay footage, but this time I'm gonna kind of delve into it. So, lately I've been revisiting that, trying to revisit the 15-piece puzzle, or sliding puzzles, where you, for example, you have a picture of a toucan, and there's one piece missing, you have to rearrange it so the picture comes out like a toucan. I say the toucan because that was actually a widget for Vista and 7, Windows Vista, Windows 7, but right here I have 9 yeah, I have 9 path tracks right here. So imagine you have a piece here, 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 and here, 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 and one missing piece there. And there's a big picture on it, and with all the square tiles jumbled around, and the whole point of it is to slide things around and arrange it so the picture is coherent. One big picture again, not all these little bits spread across, so just assembling it and putting in the right order. And I've been having a bit of trouble trying to get that working. Not just because I'd have to keep track of different states using branches and which one is occupied, which one isn't occupied, and when I vacate a spot, how do I trigger that or reset that item state, because it's only on pass when you get there, not when you leave. Anyways, what I was trying to do is get it so I can have a func track train, specifically this guy right here, move from the top left node here, track 1, 1, to track 1, 2, or to track 1, 4, and back. So right here I have the next stop target being track 1, 2, which is this guy right here, and that works fine. You move back and forth, you give the input, move to path node, or go back and forth perfectly fine. Here to here doesn't quite work because it's a one-way only deal. Whereas here I can say next stop target connect from here to here. Source sees the train system in source sees that as, okay, well, this is an established track, so I can move back and forth with only one declared direction. I can just keep going that way. Using a branch path, I could force it to move from 1, 1 to 1, 4, but I couldn't do it the other way without having 1, 4 point to 1, 1. So if the video is audio video is a little out of sync, what I'm saying may not match up or make sense to you, but please bear with me. I'll restate that. So I have this top left node, I want it to reach the top middle node, and that works perfectly fine. I've used the next stop target. If I have the top left node reach the middle left node, it only works if both of them have their branch path pointed to each other, or one of them has their next stop target pointed to the other. And I'll go ahead and compile this and show you how that doesn't work, along with my attempts to fix it. That didn't work. I really don't like the path track system. Trains in general, no. If you have it set to a non-zero speed for each path track in your track, and you have the train go backwards, it may exhibit unintended or unexpected behavior, such as moving the wrong direction or becoming stuck. Really? And now Portal 2 is kind of sitting about, not doing anything. So I'll go over the stuff I did to try and remedy this while I wait for Portal 2 to start. So back here, I had 2 buttons, and Portal 2 is about to start and cover the screen. So what I have here is the button pointing to an AI change target. An AI change target, that's what it says, changes the target. It changes the target key value. So if I were to open up a path track, turn off Smart Edit, and you go here to the target key value, this is what AI change target will change. You can also do the same thing using add output. And I tried both of them, and they just weren't working. So, Portal 2 is up, and it's captured my cursor again without... Oh. Okay, so if you start the map, compile the map, start Portal 2, and you don't do anything, you stay in the hammer window, Portal 2, or any other window in that particular, Portal 2 will start up, stay all the way behind in the Z ordering, so it's on top of the desktop, and the lowest so it orders, so all the other windows are on top of it so you can't see it. However, it'll steal the mouse focus. So if I were to, well, I have to Alt-Tab into it, and of course arrow's disabled, so I can't show you it moving around like it is, but yes, green cube, ignore the green cube. Okay, so here we have the arrows, the train at 1-1. Now, I'm going to clear this out and open up, I'm going to go ahead and dump the entity into the console, so track 1-1. So here we have this track right here, path track 1-1. So its alternate path is 1-4, orientation type 2, that just doesn't work. Its class name, the hammer ID, the target, which is the next stop target, track 1-2. So if I went ahead and told the train, in this case I call it train, identifier train, move to path node, track 1-2, it moves over. If I set it to 1-1, it moves back. Now, if I were to tell it to go to track 1-4, nothing happens. But it's set as an alternate path, not as the actual next stop target. So what I have to do to make this work is tell the track 1-1 to enable its alternate path, which means it should go through. So if I were to do the same thing again, move to track 1-2, it won't go. But if I do move to track 1-4, it moves to track 1-4 and rotates. I really hate that. It's even a flag to be no rotation, no change whatsoever, just stick with it. But anyways, okay, so what I had there was from 1-1 to 1-2 and 1-2 to 1-1. Perfect, moves back with great. So I flipped to the alternate track. So it moved to 1-1 from 1-1 to 1-4. So it should move from 1-4 to 1-1. That's not unreasonable. It didn't do it. I cannot get this back to track 1-1 unless track 1-4 points to it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do an entity dump on track 1-4. There is no alt track, so what I'm going to do is add an alt path. Sorry. So to do that, identifier the track you want to use, or output, and in quotation marks, enter the name of the key value, and then, or name of the key space the value. So the key in this case is alt path, and the value I want is capital T track 1-1. Okay, if I do entity dump again, you see right here I have alt path track 1-1. Okay, so I'll go ahead and tell 1-4 to enable its alternate path. Now this should send it back to 1-1 when I tell the train to move back to 1-1. Move to path node, track 1-1. It doesn't do it. So if I were to, again, dump the entity, it's listed there. If I were to dump 1-1, so I have track 1-4, alternate path 1-1. Alternate path is enabled on 1-4 and 1-1, but 1-4 won't go to 1-1 because the alternate path was not set at compile time. So whatever you have set up, whatever path system you have set, at compile time, cannot be changed during runtime. Even if I were to, let's see here, I'll say identifier track 1.1. I'm going to change it to something ridiculous. I'm going to change it to track 9, the ninth node in this thing. So add output track the ninth node. And if I were to dump this, target, hit the wrong one. Target, there, target 1.9. Okay. So now I'm going to teleport the train back to 1.1. And fire a train. Teleport to path node, track 1.1. Oops, there we go. And there's another thing. If I teleport it, it changes its orientation. And once it moves, it'll change back. So what I did was say path track 1.1 right here. Its next stop target should now be track 1.9, the bottom right corner. So it should go directly from here straight to here, because that's what the key values are saying. So I'm going to tell the track train, and track, fire train, move to path node, track 1.9. It doesn't move. I tell it the train to start forward. Yep. Hang on. So, first off, let me disable the alternate path. That looping back and forth was something of my own doing before, to try and get this thing to work, and it, well, didn't. And fire train, teleport to path node, track 1.1, and fire track 1.1, disable alternate path. And let's get the same command again, move to track 1.9, doesn't move. Tell it to start forward, it goes straight to 2. Tell it to stop moving. So, when you use path tracks, like I said, I'll reiterate now, it's set in stone. You cannot change it at all. At least with console. Okay, that makes sense. It could be taken as a cheat, and the player's doing it, so it's probably not the intent of the map maker, level designer, level environment artist, whatever title you want to slap onto it. Yeah. Okay, fine. So, I'll use entities to do it. And that's when we get to here. So I have a prop button that tells the top left track to change the number 4. So target, so AA change target, the target entity, top left track, new target, the bottom one. The middle left. Okay. That's not too bad. So do entity dump. Track 1.1. As you see, alternate path 1.4, track 1.9. So I'll press this button right here and go ahead and turn it on developer 3. Press the button. So right there, prop button use. Prop button tells the AI change target to activate, which then tells track 1.1 to change to track 1.4 as its next stop target. Okay, so let me move the train back. History, yep, there we go. Teleport to path node, track 1.1. So, alternate path is disabled. Even if it was enabled, it's still moving before, so it's disabled. And dump track 1.1. The new target is 1.4, just like the button and the AI change target said it would do. So I'm going to tell the train to start forward. And it goes straight to 2. So, that's what's been annoying me for the past 16 hours. The previous 24 were working on something else that I don't want to talk about just yet to pretty much anybody, on account of the last time that happening, someone actually taking the idea and using it, going, hey, yeah, it's pretty cool, and then leaving me going, well, that kind of sucked. So, lesson learned. just because I want to throw this up. Whoops. Okay, I did not set that brush to solid. So now you know, if you have repulsion gel or any other gel on a funk brush and you set that brush to non-solid, nothing can interact with the gel. Yeah. Anyways, the second button here does the same thing except for it changes the track to 1, 2, and of course that's going to work because that's the original path, so we wouldn't see a change. Really annoying. So one thing I could do, just to get something a little more out of this, is to select all these path tracks, go ahead and clear their stop targets, and let's see if we can teleport the train around. I use this to actually have debris randomly generate debris and send it to randomly chosen tubes at randomly chosen times within a time limit. So you could have debris going around without having to worry about it. Having to set it manually every single time. You just have one big logic case and it just fires random outputs based on the pick random input. So let me reload the map. What time is this going at now? 16 minutes. 16 and a half. Though. Okay. And let's see if it says dead end somewhere. Frank the turret. No, we don't want to talk about Frank the turret. Okay. Let me see if I can teleport the train about. Teleport to path node track 1, 2. And 1, 4. So if you have tracks around there, even if they're unconnected, you can go ahead and teleport them around. Track 1, 9. Very handy. So yeah, that's kind of my not working thing, with a slight attempt at turning it around into a tutorial. But yeah, it's not quite working out as I would hope. Ah! Okay, well, with that, seller. Yeah, I'm was trying to get that 9-piece puzzle going so I can do a new map, or put something in the idea I have for a new map, so a new idea within a new idea, but that really isn't working out. So I have this new idea that I can't really use right now because it's just something that kind of sits there and you look at it and go, yeah, that's pretty. Well, yeah. And it just doesn't do anything. So I'm thinking of alternates to put in there, and this was one of the ones that failed to work. And actually, while I have it here, I just pressed that button. That means I gave it something to do. So there's no path track in here. There are no connected paths at compile time. So I just gave it a path. So if I were to teleport the train, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse right now. And tell it to start forward. It doesn't do it. It gives me a dead end at track 1, error. So, if you plan on using track trains, yeah, be sure you have the paths laid out and don't try to dynamically set them at runtime through the user with either entities or the console. I haven't tried scripting, but I don't think that would help anyway. You're almost better off just teleporting things around, and to me that just doesn't feel right. So with that, I'm going to put out of this. Yeah, I'm still working on stuff, so until next time.